Hello. Can anybody see me? Let's see if we have some people. Oh, hold on. It's not quite yet ready. There we go. This is so cool. Technology.
Yes, it's been good. Different things, different ways to connect.
Hold on. It's asking.
Yep. Reading.
Okay, hold on. Hatha yoga with Summer Greenlees. Is it Greenlees?
Yeah, ES says in Sam.
Okay, here we go.
Great.
Oh, it's asking me to put a title, and I thought I put it in the right place, but I didn't.
That's okay. It'll let me get a light.
Okay, here we go. Now we're live, almost.
Okay.
It's coming.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome. Happy Sunday morning.
Hi.
Hey, this idea of having a Sunday morning yoga. So I thought that we'll start off with a little movement since it's a little bit early in the morning.
Summer, give me 1 second. I want to see some people join. Let's see before we get started.
That's good. I'll plug this other light in too.
All right. Well, I can't really tell if people are on or not. Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. Well, let's get going. Hi, y'all. It's Ashley and Summer. I don't know if you can see me or hear me, but here I am. And Summer's going to lead us in a morning yoga practice. So I hope you have your mat out and you're ready to go.
Okay. And another good thing to have, if you have it, certainly not 100% necessary, but I'll show you that I also have a blanket laid out on the ground. So if you have one, it could be handy. Again, not 100% necessary, but nice to have. If you want to take a moment to grab that, that's fine. And I'll just adjust camera down. Okay. So just a note that my 7-year-old will probably be moving around a little bit, as is reality in Zoom life these days. So we'll probably see him come in and out. But as we begin, you want to sit on my lap for a minute? As we begin, just find a really comfortable seated position. And we'll begin with checking in and noticing our state and how we're doing at the beginning. And at the end, we'll do the same thing. We'll come back and check back in and feel the effects of our practice. So as you settle in and get comfortable, let yourself drop your body weight into one sitting bone and then the other. So you're kind of shifting a little bit, and let that help you to attune to your relationship with gravity and really feeling like you can drop your body weight into gravity down through your sitting bones and just settling in. And do the same thing just in a playful, curious way from front to back too. So pour your body weight back and forth, and you're also welcome to explore little circling movements. And again, this is just to help shift you into the body and into your relationship with gravity, and let it be nice and slow and easy and at your own pace. And let this movement side to side, front to back, around in a circle, going the other way, let that help you to discover where you feel the most centered in your seated position. So you can feel when you're a little bit out of the most centered, grounded spot, and when you pass through it, and when you can really drop into that. So continue to explore until you just get super comfortable And take a moment to just softly rest the eyes and let your attention move within and scan your awareness all throughout your body, up and down your spine, all throughout your physical body, and just let your breath be very easy, easy, breezy, full body breathing. Feel free to blow out through the mouth at any time. And come into full contact with yourself as a whole. So inquire about how you're doing physically all throughout your body and listen for the response, what's going on within you. Inquire about how you're doing mentally, emotionally, energetically, yourself as a whole, your whole self. Just take a little scan through and acknowledge and welcome and inquire as to how you're doing right now on every level and every way, just gathering information. And you're welcome to bring your hands together, palm to palm in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. And let this meeting of the palms represent the meeting of yourself with yourself, of your inner awareness with your outer awareness, your consciousness meeting your whole self. And let the little joint of your thumb, the big joint of your thumb, let that in Anjali Mudra, let that press gently into a comfortable little nook in your sternum. So let that kind of dig in a little bit to where it feels best for you, a comfortable notch place in your sternum, and gently press that thumb joint into that space as you breathe. Welcoming yourself even more deeply into your body, into your heart, into your breath, into this place of center. Bring one hand over the heart and bring one hand down to your belly and take a deeper exploration into the movement of your breath. Welcome the breath down into the pelvic bowl. Feel the breath blossoming down into the pelvic floor, the whole circumference of your inner ribcage area moving with every breath. And generally speaking, just the lower hara area where your lower hand is and your upper heart area where your upper hand is. Just feel the movement of the breath here. And let's open up with 3 very, very soft Oms. So rather than projecting our Om outward, let's honor this space of being inward during this time and have our Oms be like a soft hum, where it's much more valuable to feel the vibration of this hum or this Om as deeply as you can, all the way down into your sitting bones, all the way into your organs, all the way through every area of your spine. And if you let your teeth gently touch each other, you can even get a bone conduction into your skull and all the bones of your body. Just having it be an intention of sending this vibration to awaken and touch and harmonize deeply within your inner kinesthetic awareness, within yourself. And before we do that, as you continue to breathe, just let yourself be centered on your own personal intention for your practice. Now that you've noticed how you're doing, that may inform you as to how you want to adjust and self-guide and self-navigate your practice based on what you feel is most appropriate for you. So as you continue to breathe, really welcoming that intention, that direction to become clear for you, for your self-care today. And everyone just at their own pace, in your own way, doesn't matter how it sounds, beginning and ending when you're ready. 3 nice, soft, humming Oms. And exhale out completely and breathe in to begin. Allowing yourself to pause and be with the reverberation of the vibration of your inner personal Om. And when you're ready, you can softly open your eyes. So we're going to be focusing today on this natural movement pattern of the breath and how we can express that through the body. So I just have this little toy demonstrating how the inhalation expands, of course. It's all very intuitive, and the exhalation condenses. And we're going to play with this in our body movements to free the breath and really explore and enjoy that enriching, therapeutic movement of the breath and life force moving in and through us. And so there's an opening and there's a closing, and there's also a neutral space, a pause space at the end of the breath, at the end of each breath cycle. So I'd like, as we move and as we play with these movements and then bring them into our yoga practice, just play with really enjoying the expansion, really enjoying the pause, taking note, taking notice, being curious about the pause phase of the breath, the expansion phase of the breath, the condensing phase of the breath. And right before we jump in, let's just touch on this with our eyes. So notice that you can open your eyes quite a lot and look at the screen, looking out for information. And you can also close your eyes and be completely within, like with our inner Om. But there's this space where we can softly open and softly close the eyes, and we can let the eyes become neutral. So let's play in that for a moment, and then we'll come down for our first movement exploration on the floor. So have your eyes so soft that you could almost see your eyelashes. They open a little bit and they close a little bit. And just welcome yourself into this space where our outer sensing can be soft. I know we're looking at screens a lot these days, but we're not going all the way one direction or the other. We can explore and enjoy this neutral terrain within our sensing where we're fully awake, fully alert, fully relaxed at the same time. And as you're playing with that, just notice if that has any effect on your breathing, if it makes it any easier for the breath to just flow in a comfortable, relaxed way, any effect that this has on your nervous system that you notice, state of mind. All right, and we'll just kind of keep that playful, soft gaze moving forward as we continue. So what I'm going to have you guys do is come to the ground, and we're going to curl up in a little ball on the floor. So if you need to take another minute to get a blanket, you can, but the yoga mat should be fine. So I'm just going to move my camera down here to the ground. And first I'll demonstrate, and then I'm going to watch. So I'd like for you to go ahead and move, baby. You can do it with me if you want. So it's basically do this in your own way, just watching for the first time and then doing it. You don't have to do it. There's no right way to do it. I'm just giving you the idea before you do it on your own. So we're just curled up into a little ball. We have that fetal mudra with the hands, with the thumb around the fingers. And we're just curled in, nice little ball. And just feeling the movement of your breath as you exhale out. You can squeeze everything into your navel. And as you breathe in, you might feel that expansion expressing gently in your body. And then once you kind of have tapped into that expanding and condensing awareness of breath in your body, go ahead and amplify it. So we're going to be letting the inhalation push out through the feet and spread out through the body from your navel all the way out to your arms and legs and hands and feet. So you're just making yourself like a big starfish on the ground. You might take a breath or two here and just feel like from your navel all the way to your fingers and toes, you can get as big if your breath is huge. And then when you're ready to, with the next exhalation, you can curl back into a little ball and just get really tiny. So do this in your own way, and we could go through it like 3 to 5 times. Yeah, just yawn, be luxurious. Let your bones kind of soften and let your fluids take over, and just reach, stretch, yawn. Think about how your cat or your dog or your child tends to move in these ways. And so alternate sides. So if you keep rolling onto one side, play with rolling to the other side. You can play with, when you open up, you can also open up onto your belly so that you're playing with expanding out on your abdomen. And just take your time with it and let yourself, you're doing great. Let yourself roll, explore, play, soften. Let your head and your mind relax. Let your, like the soft animal of your body, as they say, let it just kind of take over. And next time you are curling into a little ball, go ahead and play with rolling onto your belly. Take your time, just transition. Child crawling on me. And so we're going to keep playing with this movement pattern. We're in a child's pose now. So take your time to let yourself, curl in. And so the child's pose, again, is like that, it's like that fetal curl. You're just curled up. It's the same kind of coiled into the navel space. And as you're here, can you detect your expansion of your breath, moving your spine, moving your pelvis, maybe moving into your neck? Can you feel the movement of your breath moving you so subtly while you're here? And once you feel like you can tap into that movement of the breath, let it grow so that you can begin to roll up onto your knees until you're standing on your knees. And you can come all the way up to standing on the knees, reaching the arms out and up. And I'll move back so you can see me better. So we're going to be just moving with the breath, breath-based movement. We're inhaling and opening, and then exhaling, closing and curling back into your child's pose. Yeah, that's perfect. And follow your own breath, and as you inhale, you're opening up. Let it be your own movement, your own pace. And as you exhale, you're just closing and folding back into that child's pose. So as you continue to play and explore and move at your own pace in your own way, just doing your very best to follow your breath and become curious about if your body is leading your breath or if your breath is leading your body. So just kind of be a little bit inquisitive about that question as you're moving and breathing. There's no right answer. Doing awesome. Infusing every part of the body with life force. And then next time we're up here, let's just pause and let the arms rest down. And I'm gonna,
oh my gosh, your hands are cold.
I'm gonna see if I can adjust my camera so you can see my whole body a little bit better. Okay. I'm just gonna prop it a little bit, excuse me. Whoa. Okay, great. So I'll move back. Okay, so then you can add one leg out to the side. So you're standing on a knee and you have one leg out to the side. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're just going from side to side. And yeah, you can lengthen your leg out as much as you want to, Ashley. Yeah, and you can find where it's a little bit bent or maybe straighter, just depending on how it feels. So you want to place your leg and your knee to where you feel really stable and comfortable for you, which will be a little bit different for everyone. Should I move my camera?
Camera down a little so I can see what your legs are doing.
Thank you. Let me see if that helps at all.
No, still.
Yeah, on my laptop it works great, but for some reason, I'm going to move this back. And I'll move back, that way you can get a full body view. Okay.
That's good. Thank you.
You see my legs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost. Here, bring it down one more time. Right here. And excuse the maneuvering here. Okay. Ooh, one knee down, and we have a foot out here. Same movement pattern, we're just going to move laterally, opening the lateral planes of the body. So we're inhaling up, and we're exhaling over the leg, just to where you feel comfortable. Inhaling, flowing up. You got to get behind me, babe. And on the exhale, bringing the hand down to the floor on the side where the bent knee is, and moving over. So perfect, yeah, that looks perfect. Inhaling up and exhaling over to the side. And just let it be like a whole body breathing movement meditation. Before, we were opening and closing the front and the back of the body with the breath, and now we're opening and closing the lateral, the sides of the body, sides of the spine. Let your breath just flow really easily, and just playing with it to your level of satisfaction. Maybe just one more time on each side. Breathing with the whole body, really moving from the inside out. It's just about your breath. And then when you're ready, we'll come back here. And let's just take a little...
You're crashing my skull.
We'll just take a little downward dog break just to stretch out our knees. So I just peel my blanket back a tiny bit on the top so my hands can reach the mat. And then it can still be there for later, and just take your own downward dog. Just feel into your body, breathe with your whole body. Visualize that cat or that dog that you know, and just copy how much they enjoy, how much they yawn through the tail, reaching that tail way out. Maybe leaning a little bit side to side, or bending one knee and then the other. Really feeling and breathing. And when you're ready, after you've given your knees a nice break there, you can bring the knees back down. Awesome. Perfect. And then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So coming up and bringing your other leg out. Getting situated, getting comfortable. We'll inhale the arms up. You already have them up. That's great. And as you exhale, we're going over the leg. And the inhalation is coming all the way up. And the exhalation is moving over to the other side. So just play with the movement. Listen to the sound of your breath.
Ow! That hurt.
Hey, you want to get a banana? Drink some
Yeah.
water?
Banana.
Sometimes we can move a little bit fast and we can get ahead of our breath. And it can be really interesting to actually feel the movement of the lungs, supporting the shoulders, tuning into the lungs as the roots of the shoulders, and not getting ahead of them or rushing them, but really feeling the breath as a buoyant support. Oh, and as you're ready, you want to check in and feel that you've balanced out on both sides, what you did on the other side. And once you feel that, come on back to center. And let's just take a little moment to just feel. You could, if this is comfortable for you, you can just pause here for a minute and just rest the eyes again and just scan through and just feel how that feels. And we're going to come on up and just do a nice gentle sun salutation. And we'll be playing with that movement pattern, that expanding and condensing movement pattern in the sun salutation. So I find that I can just kind of peel back the front of the blanket a little bit so my hands are on the mat, and I can peel back the bottom of it a little bit so that my feet have that traction there for the mat too. So it's an option. So I'll raise my screen up higher. And it would be really great if this Surya Namaskar practice is just brand new and unlike any that you've done before, in that you're really moving and honoring that expanding and the condensing of the breath, more so than trying to do it in a certain way. Just let it be a continuation of a breathing meditation in motion. And feel free to adapt and adjust your sun salutation in any way that feels the best, the most comfortable, the happiest in your body. So as we stand and bring the hands again back together, we can let the meeting of the hands once again welcome us back to that deep inner meeting within ourselves. Feeling for that pulsation of the breath, Even as you stand in Tadasana, you may be able to detect how the movement of the breath subtly reshapes the joints of your knees, the whole spinal column, the pelvis, the skull, the shoulders. Are these spaces susceptible to the movement of the breath? Or are they being maybe a little bit held too tightly? What adjustments can you make for yourself within your own structure, which would more easily make it possible for the free movement of your breath to influence and readjust and reshape these spaces in a very subtle but very pleasurable way? No one maybe even could see it if they looked at you. And can we stay tapped into that pulsation of life force and honor that as we move in sun salutation, letting that be more important than anything else within our focus. So as we exhale, we can gather in, we can condense, just like the imprint of that fetal curled up body. We just bow in a little as we exhale, the knees soften a little more. And we wait for the inhale, and as the inhale comes, it can support us in expanding the arms, lengthening the legs, lengthening the spine, the whole body yawn, maybe even lifting the heels. And as you exhale, the body condenses again, folding forward. And as we inhale, looking up halfway again, that's just the breath elongating you. And exhale, condensing, folding back again. You can bend your knees, you can find a comfortable place to place your hands on the floor so you can step your foot back into a lunge. And here in your lunge, can you let the body be reshaped? So you may choose to have your knee on the floor, you may choose to have your knee lifted. You can try both variations and ask yourself, let's just have the knee down for a moment and just feel for the condensing phase of your breath and how it reshapes you in your lunge. Tap into the pause and feel for the expanding phase of your breath and how it can reshape you in your lunge. And let's just amplify that a little bit. I'm going to move to the side so you can see me better. You got to get off me and go take your biomedic and drink your water. Thank you. So here with the knees down, we're going to exhale like a cat-cow and round the spine and exaggerate and amplify that condensing phase of your breath. And as you inhale, you're coming back into your regular lunge, but like in a cat-cow, you can let your heart open and that expanding phase of your breath expressing in your lunge. So as you exhale, condense, enable the spine curling around like a fetal position, imprinted within the lunge. And as you inhale, just blossoming open from your core out through the periphery. And play with that. Let it be like a self-massage, just yummy and feeling really good. Moving from the inside out in your own way. And if you feel like you'd like to add a little something, you can always lift your back knee and do the same exact thing with your knee off the ground. And that doesn't matter, it's just what feels best for you today, this morning. Nice. Super. Giving yourself a massage from the inside out. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring your knee down if you lifted it. Take your front foot back. And moving back into your downward facing dog. Not right now, Ezra. And again, while you're in your downward dog, let's play with that movement pattern. So as you exhale, soften your knees and soften your elbows and let yourself gather towards your navel a little bit in your downward dog. And as you inhale, lengthen your knees, lengthen your arms, lengthen your spine, stretch everything out, waking up. And as you exhale, curl in, soften elbows, soften knees, round a little bit. And let your downward dog be breathed vibrantly from the inside out. And when you're ready, bring your knees down to the floor. Stretch the hips back towards the heels. Like you're going to sit on your feet. Reach your fingers forward. Feel the movement of your breath continuing here. Next time you exhale, you're going to condense in. And as you inhale, come forward. Knees are on the ground. Just come forward. Bring your heart forward. We're going to lower down to the floor. So stretch out and lower down. And here in your cobra, again, we're gonna move with the breath. So as you inhale, let the heart open up and the shoulders roll back. And as you exhale, lower down your spine. So just let it be a breathing, flowing cobra, drawing up along the front surface of your sacrum, drawing all the way up to the skull on the front of the spine, and the exhale lowering down. How can this Bhujangasana Cobra be reshaped by your breath in the most pleasurable, enjoyable way for your body in this moment? That's the inquiry that you can follow while you're moving. And that last time, letting your breath reshape you in your cobra. And exhaling, lowering down. We're gonna bring the knees to the ground, press the knees into the floor, press the hands into the floor, bringing your navel towards your spine, moving back towards that child's pose, and back into your downward dog. And this time, let's exhale and hug your knee towards your forehead, curling in like that little fetal curl. And as you inhale, reach through your heel bone into the sky. And as you exhale, lower it down. Breathe easy, be comfortable. Next exhale, bring the left knee into your forehead and round your spine, condensing. And as you inhale, push that heel bone out from the core into the air. So we're lengthening the leg and exhaling, lowering it down. And we'll bring that left foot forward into your lunge. If indeed that is the other side from the last time that you lunged, just making sure you're doing the other side. And we'll start off with a knee on the ground. I think this is the same side that I just did. So I'm gonna switch. So check it out. If you already had that knee on the ground the last time we moved in that lunge, then bring your other knee, switch sides if you need to. So we'll exhale, there we go. So we'll exhale and round like a cat-cow. And we'll inhale, softening the knee forward, softening the pelvis towards the earth, the heart expands. Going at your own pace, following your own rhythm of your breath. Exhale, rounding. And inhaling, opening up, letting the breath blossom you from the inside out. And if you lifted your knee last time, lift your knee this time and do the same thing on this side where you're just doing the same thing in an extended lunge where the knee is off the floor. And feel where you feel your sensations. And breathe into your sensations. And letting those sensations inform you of how you adjust for yourself. And the next time we move to a regular shaped lunge where the knee is bent and the knees over the ankle and we're lifting up our heart, inhaling here, and let the exhale bring your back foot forward. I'll come back to face you again. Next breath in, let your inhalation lift the heart. And as you exhale, folding knees can always soften. And next inhale, all the way up. And feeling that movement pattern of that expanding. The exhalation can bring the hands back in front of the heart. And just take a moment to pause and breathe. Scan your attention again through the whole self. Gather information. What is the result of what we've been doing? How are you feeling? And let that inform you as to how you want to adjust or change what you're doing as we move forward. So we'll just do the same thing using the other leg now. So let your exhalation curl into the center like a little fetal curl while you're standing almost. The inhale expresses from the core to the periphery, unfolding from the inside out. The exhale folds you again like that fetal curl in. Inhaling, looking up halfway, and exhaling, folding. Taking your time to plant the hands, and we'll step the other foot back now. So that would be our right leg. You gotta move, babe. You need to go. Did you say go, baby, go? Go.
Where?
Sorry. So we're just gonna do the same thing. Bringing the knee down and rounding back as you exhale. And this time as you inhale and come forward with your back knee on the ground. Let the arms come all the way up. Baby, you gotta move. You gotta move.
Well, where?
So you're inhaling all the way up. Go play in your room.
Okay.
And as you exhale, folding down. And then lift your back knee off the floor. Sorry, guys, real life. And letting your inhalation bring you all the way up with the knee off the ground. And letting your exhalation bring you down. We'll take that front foot back, moving back into that downward facing dog. And once again, we'll just do what we did before, where the exhale can bring the right knee into the forehead, and the inhale can stretch it into the air. If you feel like you want to pause and breathe here, if you want to bring the heel towards the buttocks, you're welcome to stretch the front of the quad and hip flexors in that way if you enjoy that. If that's too much, just lengthening and bringing the leg down. Do that on the other side. Go at your own pace. Move with your breath. The exhale, rounding, condensing, forehead to knee, knee to forehead. And the inhale from your core to your periphery, from your center, reaching out through that heel. Maybe bending the knee if you did that on the other side. Stretching the flexors, quads, if you like. Lengthening the leg out, lowering the leg down. We'll bring the knees down and bring the hips back. Take a moment in a child's pose, an extended child's pose, where the knees are on the ground and the hands are forward, to luxuriate and walk your hands over to the left side, saying hello to the lateral side of the breath and the body, looking over the left shoulder if the hands are walking to the left. Take your time, feel the breath reshaping you the whole time. Bringing the hands back through center and over to the other side. A luxurious yawn down the left side of the spine and side body, rib cage, pelvis, neck, all of it. Breathing like you got gills over there, expanding and condensing. Inhaling back to center as you're ready. And we're gonna come forward onto the ground and move. I'm gonna demonstrate a couple of different options, so you're welcome to kind of check out 2 different variations, and then based on where you're at and what's best for you, doing a lower variation or higher up off the ground variation. Never allowing for any strain, just doing what's comfortable. So we could be here and shooting forward through the feet, lowering straight down and moving into that nice cobra that we were doing. That's one choice. And another one is from downward dog. We can lift up through the heels, draw in through the front of the spine, rolling into a plank from that core and softening the elbows, not lowering too far, and coming forward into your upward facing dog. And letting the exhalation bring you back. Really drawing along that front seam of your spine. So you can choose, and I'll just take a moment and observe and let you do what feels best for you. Perfect, beautiful, awesome, nice, great. And just to give us a little variety, let's take that right hand and bring it towards the left calf or space below the knee or ankle, and just turning the heart to look under that left armpit area. Inhaling back to center and moving over to the other side, the left hand moving around towards the outer left side of the right leg, looking under your right underarm. Nice. Coming back when you're ready. And let's bring the right foot forward, drawing it into the heart. See if you can hover and step that foot down really light. And then we'll do the same thing, the right knee coming to the floor, the exhale rounding you back. Just milking that prana through the body. Next time you come to your lunge shape, you can let the arms come all the way up. And really feel like you're moving from the ground up through your center into the sky. And then bringing the sky back down to the ground. Pressing back through the right heel, lifting the right knee. Really feeling like both legs are rooted so strong into the ground to support you and lifting all the way up to your level of comfort. And the exhale, flowing down, long spine all the way down. And as you're ready, we'll bring the back foot forward. The inhalation naturally lifts the spine because the breath is reshaping you. The exhale naturally folds you. You can soften your knees. Really root down through your legs. Your upper body comes up because your lower body is driving down to come all the way up to standing. How are we doing?
Good. Good. I just want to be wary of time. 20 minutes, less than 20.
Awesome. Yeah, I was just checking. Perfect. So let's come down to the ground and see how that positioning is. It's pretty low. We'll see. I always recommend lowering down to your side and then over onto your back. And from here, we can stretch the arms out to a T shape. We'll just move a little bit and then we'll rest. So we'll bring the legs out. Are we okay doing one more thing and then relaxing? Yeah, okay. We'll keep it quick. So the arms are out into a T shape and the legs are just stretched out on the ground. We're simply gonna inhale the right leg into the air and exhale it over into a twist where the pelvis rolls over to the right. And then the inhale is gonna bring the leg up into the sky. And the exhale will just lower it down. So then the other side. So we're inhaling the leg up, exhaling over into a twist. So the pelvis rolls over to the right, the foot goes for the floor, inhaling into the sky with the leg, and exhaling, lowering it down again. That's perfect. So yeah, so just play with that long, slow, deep breaths as you move. Maybe just a couple more times on each side. And feel free to pause and linger in your twist for a breath or two. Just focusing on the breath and moving with your breath. As you pause in your twist, feel that reshaping of your breath. Doing good. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and bend the knees and place the feet on the floor. Bring the hands down by your sides. And as we inhale, you can press the feet into the floor and lift the pelvis up and lift the arms up, coming into a little bit of a bridge, letting the arms flow all the way up alongside of the ears. And as you exhale, lowering the arms down, lowering the spine down. Let it be just a breath-based movement. And we'll just do that 2 more times. So let your inhale float you up like a big rising wave, arms resting alongside the ears on the floor, and the exhale flowing down, combing the fingertips through the air, 1 vertebrae at a time, lowering down. Nice. And so let's just wrap up by bringing your knees into your chest, cross one ankle over the other, hug your knees, cradle rock, just rocking side to side, giving your back a little smishing massage into the floor. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees and circle your knees around. Gently, slowly, one way and then the other. Let the breath flow. Cross the other foot on top and just circle a little bit more one way and then the other. Pay attention to your body. See if there's any last final movement that you need before resting and relaxing completely. And we're just gonna relax the legs out. If you'd like to have a little something under your knees, you can. If you have any low back discomfort, I recommend just keeping your knees bent with your feet on the floor during your Shavasana. And just taking a moment to scan your awareness all throughout your body and just letting go and enjoying a moment of silence and integration. allowing the mind to settle so much that you can sense the movement of your circulation, the movement of your breath, and your heart beating. And one last time to feel your body weight dropping into gravity. Feel the mind letting go, giving yourself one more permission to drop even further, to settle even more deeply. Letting one hand rest on your belly and one hand rest on your heart, and feeling for the movement of your breath. And beginning to let your body yawn and stretch gently open with your inhalations, like we did in the beginning. Gently, slowly, you could take 3 to 5 breaths to get there until you're stretched out like a big starfish on the floor, and yawning and reaching all of your limbs equally out from the navel center. And as you feel you're ready to, curling back into that fetal position, rolling back over onto your side. Take a pause. And as you come up, I really want you to keep your head relaxed. I want you to keep your eyes relaxed. I don't want you lifting up through the eyes and the head, but instead really use your hands on the floor in front of you and just pour your body weight forward. You might use your hands, your forearms. Come up really slowly. Settling your weight into the pelvis and just finding a comfortable seated position. Take a brief moment to scan your awareness all throughout yourself as a whole and feel for the results of your practice today. Remember when we first sat down, and just compare with how you're feeling now. Honoring your intention, your own personal self-care intention. And bringing one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, feeling your breath. And we'll just have one soft humming om, an internal humming vibration om at your own pace, exhaling out completely and breathing in to begin. Taking you, thank you so much. I appreciate sharing this time with you. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. Namaskar.
Thank you, Summer. This was awesome. I feel more relaxed and calm.
Have a great day. I know we had the kiddo running around. So yeah, you were mentioning that I could post the PayPal link in the chat. Maybe since you need to jump, maybe I'll put it in the comment on the AWC.
Sure, both of them. We have about 5-10 minutes. So, and then where do people find you if they want Facebook? Virtual yoga class.
Yes, you can find me on Facebook for sure, Summer Greenlees, and that's really probably. And then I'll put my number on here too, my email and my number.
Just put your email, I think, because it'll be public.
So let me put my email. All right, great. Yes, and I've been very much enjoying doing personalized therapeutic yoga for people, and also distance Reiki sessions. And I'm also hopping into a spring cleanse health reboot and looking for people to join me there too.
Great. Sounds good. You can post about that in the group, as you know. So,
Hey, thank you.
well, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ashley. Everyone have a great day. Happy Sunday.
You too. Take care. Bye.